I got involved in this issue with Creation more so because of my background in printed circuit board manufacturing. The printed circuit board is definitely at the forefront of a lot of the mineral legislation because it does contain tin, it does contain gold in many cases. So one of the challenges of Creation is this is not our product. The design is owned by our end customer, but we want to help them comply. This will mean getting from them in an accepted format declarations stating that they have done due diligence to check back through their supply chain to ensure that they are in compliance and that if there are any conflict minerals potentially present, they are reporting it to us. We can go in and help them design it to ensure that their supply chain is within compliance. We can also work with third-party services to go out and audit the supply chain for them. Even though the onus is on the end customer to verify their own product, Creation does provide full declaration or auditing of the suppliers for things that we would commonly call consumables. So the solder that we're using to complete their assembly, we're going back to the solder manufacturers and getting them to give us declarations on an approved format stating whether or not they're using any minerals from the conflict regions. So how does this legislation affect our relationship with our customers? In actuality, it's an opportunity for us to strengthen that relationship. One of the things that Creation prides itself is its openness. And for us to help them to get a greater degree of supply chain transparency really ties into our core values at Creation. The other things that we can do at Creation is we can help them from an engineering, from a design, and from a supply chain auditing perspective, even if that means putting them in touch with an appropriate third party who can go out there and audit the supply chain for them. So how does this affect how we work with our suppliers? In a very significant way. One of the things we need to do when we're selecting a supplier is making sure that they're in alignment with their ability to comply with regulations like this. There needs to be a level of trust and there needs to be an openness between us in terms of where are they buying their materials, what are their business practices, and can they help us serve the end customer. So a lot of this is coming at a cost. A lot of resources are put into going in, collecting up documentation, verifying our supply chain and with our suppliers to ensure compliance. This should get easier as we as an industry and even others in other industries that are affected can start to pool together, share resources, share audits, and ensure compliance for everybody. So what is the cost of all this compliance? Really, what is it costing our industry? It's hard to say. There's been a lot of different reports of how much this is going to cost. The SEC estimated it was going to cost between $3 to $4 billion a year for all the manufacturing industries to comply with it. We do have some advocacy groups, the consumer groups are saying this figure is overstated, that it really shouldn't cost that much. Meanwhile, we've got other manufacturing groups coming back saying, no, this doesn't even scratch the surface, it's going to cost a lot more. So before I joined Creation, I was the president of a company that manufactured printed circuit boards, and I was heavily involved in a lot of the different environmental regulations that have come down in the last 20 years. And Creation is full of people like this who have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge about these issues. And we're trying to take this knowledge and share it with our customers and help them to come in compliance with these type of issues. There's a lot more information out there on this topic. A great place to start is at Creation's website, our blog, our YouTube channel. Go check it out.